presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Rams. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now the fourth-year running back, this is Devin Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. What a matchup here for our first game of 2022. The 103rd season in NFL history, and this is the first of 285 games on the schedule this year. Now both of these teams certainly hope to be playing in that 285th game. That would be Super Bowl 57 in Arizona. The Rams were able to raise a Super Bowl 56 banner before the game. Of course, they beat Cincinnati on this very field back in February to win that Lombardi Trophy. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff on the option to Singletary. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Shoves him aside. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter.
That's good for Rams. 1st down. 1st and 10.
Mayfield on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson.
Mayfield's pass complete to Allen Robinson. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Going right back to Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mayfield. And it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. There he goes left side. 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes. Was their partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the counter, this is Akers. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 2.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On that last carry, here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Throwing, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown of the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Alert, 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 alert. Wheel, wheel, wheel. King, king, king.
On third down, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On second and 11 now. Mayfield. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 66 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, LA. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, he rifles one that's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it, and the Rams will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
He's brought down by Terrell Bernard. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And taking it right down Broadway. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Cam Akers, 56 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw, it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down for Stephon Diggs there, and we've really seen him become a true superstar in the last couple of seasons. He's made his first 2 Pro Bowls after 2020, 2021, with a career-high 10 touchdowns to cap off the 2021 season. And only Cooper Kupp and Devontae Adams have more catches than him since 2020.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in his first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They want to zoom and pass that number there. They run here with Singletary. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Again, it'll be Singletary. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
That's caught at the 3. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They go play action. Mayfield. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. A give running right is Akers. He'll take this to the 46. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, alert 33.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
They'll go again here with Akers. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, alert, alert.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Out to his left. Man open left side is Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the
key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
On the hand, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, but it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes, so they will hold on to the football indeed.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run out the gun with Akers. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and
8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Matt Gay for the Rams field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they were able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Second down at 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out long down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Off-play action. Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Allen going to throw. And Diggs has it. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember well. A little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right?
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Diggs going in motion right. Now this time, Allen will throw. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarter.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bills are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete.
A gain of 17 yards.
On the give, this is Akers. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 151 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. On the ground, it's Akers. He's got it to the 43 here. 2nd and 8 coming up. Mayfield on play action. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was the big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. It brings up 2nd and 3.
Hey, alert 33.
Play fake. Mayfield. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
12 yards. And the Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Now a run with Akers. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
15 more yards. That's good.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Akers. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll run here with Akers. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run this with Akers. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
King, and a 33.
It's 4th down.
Run.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That, before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game one of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in the booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for Buffalo, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a match